Hello there my fellow Holotable heroes and welcome to another roster review. Today is gonna be another interesting one. Anyway, let's first give a shout out to today's Holotable hero, Sassy Owen, and they are part of Husky Patrols as well. Shout out to them. The reason why I say it's gonna be interesting one because they are in Kyber 1, which means they are a solid, not just solid, a very good Grand Arena player, yet they asked for roster review mainly focusing on mods. So it's gonna be an interesting one to see like what exactly is happening, because surely if you're in Kyber 1, you know, you do have things in place, so I don't know. Anyway, let's go ahead and check out their roster. So they have 12.5 million GP, and they already have Ahsoka Tano, the Galactic Legend one, which is very impressive. Like I'm at 13.1 million and I'm not near Ahsoka yet at all, another couple of months to go. So definitely very impressed with the roster. You know, they've got pretty much everything that you can imagine at 12.5 mil GP. I mean, there's some Gear 12 units, but any of these, like, yeah, I wouldn't miss them if I would have them at Gear 12 or below as well. So definitely a very good, very well-rounded, developed roster. Let's check out the Datacrons. Looks like they are as well quite active on Datacrons, which, you know, makes sense. If you're in Kyber 1, you do have to keep up with Datacrons, at least to some degree, I guess. Okay, so as always, I'll bring up my notes now and we'll just go through things. So their brief was very short. I need to focus on remodding many core units. It's a bit of a, they find a bit of a struggle with mods. That's why it's interesting to hear that, them being in Kyber 1. So maybe this is just confirmation that mods aren't really end all be all, because if somebody with like not most optimal mods can, you know, be here in Kyber 1, then, you know, maybe mods are overrated. I don't know. Anyway, they would also, aside from mods, they would also like some tips in terms of maybe a little bit increasing their Grand Arena performance in 3v3, because it looks like they're doing well in 5v5, but maybe in 3v3 a bit of a struggle. It's a struggle for everyone, let's admit it. Combination of, you know, with every previous season we get new Datacrons, right? Trying to figure out how they work, and then different combination people put with is really can be a bit challenging. So it will go first. I'll go through some of the units, just highlight the mods. Like if I go through every unit and, you know, just say, hey, this should be here, this should be that, I'll be here for like 2-3 hours. So what I'll just do, I'll go through the key units that I think they should focus first, just to tweak their mods a bit, you know, just to improve their performance a bit even more. So let's first start with 501st, John Skywalker. Often said, okay, so far looks okay, but if we check out their protection, yeah. So they've got health, this should be protection, right? Offense, okay, I guess, but, you know, John Skywalker has stacking offense sort of anyway, so I would just like to see, if I were me, protection primaries on all 4 of these, because the whole point of John Skywalker is that he can't be defeated, right? And while he has protection, yeah, he'll be up while he has protection, then his 5 first allies can't be defeated while he's alive, and, you know, you have all this whole thing, and that's why I need to stack him with protection, so he's standing up as long as possible, while obviously clones, especially Rex, you know, gets to aerial advantage and things like that. So in terms of the set, it's fine. It's just the primaries on all 4 of these. At least I like to have protection, just so the guess is very tanky. Up next, let's look at the bounty hunters, and let's sort this by speed actually, because Grief faster than Bosk. You really want Bosk to be faster, so, you know, he does his taunt, Grief does mass assist, and then Bosk, because of frenzy, gets another turn and he does his mass assist. Boom, contract triggered, right? So you really want to put a speed set on your Bosk just to make sure he's faster than your Grief. Let's see how fast is Grief. 304. So yeah, I think just putting speed set on Bosk, it will allow to go before Grief. So that's in terms of the bounty hunters, what I would change. Let's look at the Empire and Lord Vader. Health, okay. Offense, maybe. Crit chance, no. Speed, okay, I mean, again, similar to General Skywalker. Personally, you know, I would prefer all protection because with damage, he ramp ups anyway, right? So, I mean, if anything, you could, if you want to boost their damage, you would put probably critical damage on triangle. But personally, I just have all protection on all 4 primaries, just to make sure, especially like if you use him to solo stuff, right? He needs to be durable. Then let's go and have a look. First Order. Supreme Caloran. Mods are fine, like, you know, critical damage, speed there, offense there, however, protection there. But I think Kylo benefits more from extra health. Speed is very good. Because you can see Kylo's health pool is larger, so having health here set on him will actually overall give him more survivability. But again, I'm not too mad about it, but you know, if possible, I would have a circle there with health as well on Kylo. Let's look at Galactic Republic, Jedi Master Kenobi. So same like Kylo, well, Kenobi especially should really have health on here because, you know, all that protection up and bonus protection Galactic Republic are getting is based off max health. So the more health they have, the more durable they will be. Health there, that's good. Offense, I mean, okay. I mean, Jedi Master Kenobi does ramp up his damage, so that's fine, I guess. I wouldn't... That's okay. Let's leave triangle. Offense, critical damage, I think that's fine. Just, yeah, put circle on there with health. Then we have Commander Ahsoka Tano. Again, I don't want to repeat myself with these circles, but here we would like to see health as well on Commander Ahsoka Tano, just he's more durable. And then what else we got? And then Cross, Tenacity. I would also like to see health here. They probably focused on speed, right? So she's at 20 because that's a very fast mod, but then her health pool, you know, isn't that high for Relic 9. So I think, you know, just putting both of these for health will help you out. Then we have Hot Cartel. Let's go ahead and check this one out. Jabba. So again, same like Commander Ahsoka Tano, you will want health on him because, you know, whenever he uses his basic, he gains protection up. Again, that is based off health, so you want to have health on circle and also health on triangle as well. Jabba just needs to be durable, really, so that he can get to his ultimate. That's why modding him for max health, I think at least, is a ideal way to go. And now let's look at Mandalorians. So one thing I spotted was Beskar Mando. He's got crit damage set on him. That won't really help you because the whistling birds, they deal true damage. And true damage is offense. Critical damage will not boost your true damage. So you really want to have offense set on Mando. Also, ideally, if you want to go for it, you know, offense cross. Offense there as well, but at least at minimum, let's give him offense set, and then if you can, all the offense primaries here, just to really boost up the whistling birds, that, you know, especially under Bo-Katan, he can really do a lot of damage then. Let's look at the rebels. Chewie. There we go. So Chewie, yeah, for Chewie, with both Chewies is always, you know, stack them with tenacity, because, you know, if they're dazed or stunned, right, they can't assist, and the whole point of both Chewies is assist. If they can't assist, they're not really doing anything for your squad. Let's check out, where's the other Chewie? There he is. Protection, yeah, so both Chewies, I would put tenacity sets on them. With tenacity cross, just stack them with tenacity so they can resist as many debuffs as possible. And then we have ourselves Sith Eternal. See, they've gone for speed and protection. Now Sith Eternal, same like Jabba, he will just want health, all health primaries, all health sets. I would suggest, I mean, you can get away with speed set if you need more speed, but that, you know, if you have all health sets that you're not above 500 speed, maybe put a speed set on him, but ideally max health so he can, you know, solo General Skywalker and things like that. He will need a large health pool for that in most situations. And the final faction when we want to talk about modding here is unaligned force users. Let's have a look at Ray. They have offense modded Ray, which, you know, is fine. Like, you know, that's a one way of modding Ray. But that's maybe more in the era where, you know, we were using Starkiller to counter Ray, whereas now we are more using Malicus to counter Ray. And Malicus, on Seer Malicus, there's so much of ability that extra offense on Ray doesn't benefit as much as it used to. You really want to have her stacked with health because she needs to be durable, right? That she can survive long enough that, you know, maybe Ezra or somebody does something. But, you know, it's fine if you have health offense set on her instead of all health sets. But 145k health, it just won't do for Ray. Like, she needs, I would say, at least like 200k health. So yeah, definitely you want to have health on there. Offense, offense, offense. So maybe like arrow health and circle health just to get her health pool closer to 200k. That's what I would do. Then let's look at Starkiller up next. Yeah, offense set, I mean, that's fine. What's here? So yeah, for Starkiller, you probably want offense here just to boost his offense. And then you definitely want to have critical damage on here as well, you know. Starkiller has to hit hard, I guess. So that's what I would suggest. And then finally, Colorant Unmasked. Where are you at, buddy? There he is. You probably know this, but whenever Kylo takes damage, he recovers 8% health. Okay? So that's why you want him modded for health, because especially under Supreme Colorant, whenever he has advantage, it can't be critical hit. And if he's got a large health pool, essentially units that don't do a lot of damage, they'll be healing him up. So definitely want to have even more health on him. So all health sets ideally. Health on here, that's fine. Health on the cross, health is fine. And also health on arrow. Like, you know, he doesn't need to be fast really. So just stack him with health. So that kind of, I guess, completed the mod review. Again, you know, there are other units that, you know, you need some mod tweaking, but I'll just first focus on these core that I kind of went through and highlighted. But again, you know, mods, like the way you mod things is kind of subjective, right? It really depends how you're using certain units. So, you know, maybe there's a reason why the modding is different than what I would do personally. But at least, you know, give you my opinion. And then let's look then now the second portion of the video, which is talking about 3v3 defense. So let's head over to the graphics. So obviously, to make it easier for them to have an overview of what mods I suggest, I also included the units I discussed now in the video, and as well what I suggest in terms of that they change sets on them. And then also that, you know, in terms of primaries on circle, cross, triangle and arrow, the ones that I didn't list means that they are fine as is. There's mods, so just the ones that I recommended in the video changing I highlighted here. So just to make it a bit easier for them to reference, you know, going back and forth with mods and things like that. Now, in terms of free defense, so here on the left side, it's what they currently some of the things they've currently been setting in free. So then on the right side is just my suggestions on how to maybe change the defense a little bit to hopefully improve the defensive performance. But again, it's free, right? It's anyone's guess. These are just my suggestions. Like, I wouldn't put Jedi Master Kenobi in free on defense because I think both Reva and Bo-Katan kind of easily counter them, and the whole purpose of Bo-Katan normally is to counter Lord Vader, but nobody's putting Lord Vader on defense now, so then if she can easily counter Jedi Master Kenobi, that's a cheap counter to use Bo versus Jedi Master Kenobi. So I think, personally, I would rather keep Kenobi for offense and then put instead, they do have Luthen and Kyle. I think they got a Gear 12 Saw. Let's just check this out. I think it's a Gear 12, so let's have a look. Yeah, so I would just get a Saw up to Relics, slap an Omnicrom on them, and then you've got, you know, a solid team to put on defense, which in most cases still pulls Bo-Katan anyway as a counter, right? Or Reva or something like that. So, you know, that's, I think, a nice trade-off there. And then in terms of Rey, I know this team is very powerful, but I think we have all seen that Galactic Legend Ahsoka without Ezra, again, Bo-Katan can counter her. So I don't know. It's a dead dilemma, right? Do you make Ray easier and make Ahsoka harder, or what you do with Ezra? So I don't know. I guess it depends what you want to do. Either way, I don't know. Maybe it's still better to Ezra. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see with data with the latest set how it works. But now that we do have Nest Cron, maybe you can just put Nest in there and then Ezra can move into Ahsoka. That's maybe one way of doing it. And then they are putting Gungans on defense. Now Gungans, they're okay on defense. I just feel like they're a lot more versatile on offense. They can just beat so many teams that otherwise could be a pain to take down. So they're very versatile. So instead, I'll just put John Skywalker with Echo and Arc Trooper on defense. They've been putting Afra. Like Afra on defense is not that amazing. And it's just much more useful tool, I think, to have on offense. Like maybe, you know, just take care of Finn's Zori squad, or, you know, take down a lone Jabba or something like that. And then I would put Traya Savage Nihilus on defense instead of this. I mean, CLS on defense, I don't know, just has so many cheap counters. Commander Luke Skywalker, I'd much rather put Rex 5s on defense instead of them. And then they've been putting, I think, Nest, Nest, Han and Chewie on defense. I think this season Dash Lead could be nice with Han and Chewie when you do have a level 9 for Dash that gains bonus turn whenever an enemy is stunned, right? Because Han opens up with a stun, Dash gets a bonus turn, Dash just then immediately an AoE, right? So it's otherwise normally you just kind of have to outrun Dash, but now you won't be able to outrun Dash because Han will give him bonus turn because of the stuns, right? And then Chewbacca's got a stun, and then Han's got a stun on his special. Dash got a stun on one of his special as well. So this potentially could be a little bit, I mean, I'm not saying it's an amazing team on defense, but I think it just could be a little bit more annoying that Nest Cron with Han and Chewie. I don't know. Again, it's, you know, the first week of this season. I just think like Nest more depends now on data crons, whereas kind of Dash Han Chewie is kind of more like a long-standing defense for the future as well. So overall, I mean, their defense, you know, is not bad. Like, I wouldn't change a whole lot. Again, definitely Jedi Master Kenobi should go on offense, I think, and then get so up and running for defense. This is definitely Rey Ahsoka. I mean, that's up for discussion because we do know that Ezra is amazing with Rey, but then Ahsoka without Ezra is not that great. So, you know, it's something, I guess, it's down to each individual how they want, which team they want to make it easier to counter Ahsoka or Rey. Gungans are a pain again, but, you know, I think they're very versatile on offense. Afra definitely I would keep on offense. CLS on defense won't do a whole lot. And then, I mean, I guess Nest, Han Chewie, you know, it's okay, but I think I personally would prefer Dash. I don't know. Anyway, that's just my opinion, guys. So hopefully this video was useful and helpful, you know, just going through some of the core units mods and which ones I would change, and then obviously highlight all of this on the mod upgrades and just some suggestions for changing up the defense. You know, obviously see how you feel about it. Feel free to change something or not, you know, it's entirely up to you. Hopefully it was still useful going through all of this. I'll see you in the next one, but until then, have fun, enjoy your life, and may the RNG be with you, my friends.